Rise and shine, Redondo. All right, we are going to get started. I want to thank everybody that helped with every technical difficulty possible that I could have had this morning. I had a lot of helpers. I appreciate that. I think everything's working now. We'll find out. Let's get started with self-introductions. So my name is Nikki Johnson, and I serve as your president of the North Redondo Beach Business Association. And we're going to start with Scotty. This one? Very, very good.
Yeah.
Very quick. Oops. Sorry.
All right. We'll go around.
Yeah, I would have introduced you first because you're a dignitary.
No, that's fine.
Okay, this sounds a little better. Yeah, I'm Scott Fellows. I own and operate Critics' Choice Catering and Event Production. We recently moved a couple of years ago from North Redondo Beach, where we were for 33 years. And we're now where the old Paradise Restaurant used to be. We took over the whole venue. We do catering there. We do hold large events at the venue. We now call it Urban Palms. And our life is moving along fast. It's been a great time.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Schreiber. I own Hermosa Social, a small business company for social media, and I do freelance right now, and I'm working on a story about the art jury in PVE. So if anybody you know has had an experience with them, let me know. I went through trash cans last week, so it's a fun one.
Let's go around. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm trying to pass it off. I'm Arnett Travis. Arnett Life is a company that I started that I basically teach people or help people find their purpose and just create the retirement that they need. I don't even like the word retirement. I just call it life. So create the life that they need through the HAPPY program. And it's habits, attitude, purpose, people, and you.
Yeah, Victoria. Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Victoria. I do cleaning and events.
And Joan.
Hi, Joan Irvine. I have a radio show, Your Best Life, on healthylife.net. And then as everybody knows, I've been involved in the city for a few years, and I'm also a doctor of clinical hypnotherapy. So occasionally I see patients on top of everything else that I do in the city.
Sheila. Yep. We're gonna loop it around and back again.
I'm Sheila Cutlass. I'm with the Women's Club of Redondo Beach, and I'd like to invite everyone to our ice cream social, July 13th. And if you would send it out to our members, that would be great. And it'll be at the Women's Club, 400 South Broadway, and hope to see you there. It's free. It's just for fun. There's ice cream. There's lots of ice cream. Fun and games with the families. It's a great. Is it at the club? Yes.
Hi, I'm Ross Christensen. I'm on the board here. I'm the membership chair, so we'll be talking a little later about some initiatives there. And my business is specific advisors, and we work with small business owners to help plan for successful exit transitions when they're ready to move on from your business.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rick McQuillan. I am a tech entrepreneur. I am working on Artesia.com. It's an improved e-commerce application for North Redondo Beach, and it's coming along nicely.
Mara.
Good morning, everyone. Mara Santos, and I'm the CEO for the Redondo Beach Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning, everybody. I'm JW. I'm here on behalf of Michael's Print and Embroidery. We specialize in garment printing, sticker printing, and embroidery while providing job training, job opportunities to individuals with developmental disabilities. We're located on Artesia and Felton. I got some samples, some stuff up here. If anybody wants to come by, check it out, see what we can offer to you and your business, maybe your birthday party, or just a fun t-shirt for yourself or family. Thanks.
Morning, Jeff Rowe in Redondo. I'm a real estate advisor in Long Beach. I'm a college professor. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Sean. I'm a financial advisor. I help families and businesses with their retirement, tax, and investments. I'm also on the board here.
And the treasurer.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sir Linda Reed. I'm an independent associate for Legal Shield and Mighty Shield. I sell legal service plans for families and small businesses, as well as identity theft protection plans. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Joe with Cookie Zombie. We've got a bakery right here down the corner. Come check us out.
Good morning. I'm Natasha, also with Cookie Zombie. We've been a year now in the Critics' Choice location, and we participate in Spring Fest, and it's been a great year being in North Redondo. So thank you.
Good morning. I'm Leslie Rollo with Redondo Beach City Lifestyle Magazine, and we cover all things Redondo and all things South Bay. And this is my partner in business and in life.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
I didn't hear what you said.
I just said hi, I'm Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. That's Brandon.
I'm Cindy Wicks with Creative Memories, and I will tell you that you need to print your photos. And I can help you to actually put them in a beautiful album. We can do that, create a whole album in a few hours. It doesn't take a few years or a few centuries like most of you could do. So, but anyway, come talk to me. Let's print your photos and have a keepsake for life. So there's a beginner class Saturday at 4 o'clock over at Hope United Methodist Church. It's free to anyone who wants to come by. I have flyers if you want some more information, or you can come all day and crop if you already have stuff.
Hello, I'm Jim Mueller, proud resident of North Redondo Beach, and proud to be associated with the NRB Farmers Market. And I'm glad to see Councilperson Barrett here, showing up for the first time in his entire term, and looking forward to hearing what he intends to do for North Redondo in the remainder of his term, which there will be an election in March of 2027.
My name is Will Nickerson. I'm with 7x7 Executive Transportation. We just moved here April 1st. And we supply transportation, everything from sedans, SUVs, up to mini coaches and 56 passenger coaches. So any kind of ground transportation. We mostly work with corporate, but we also do what we call retail. So we'll do weddings, we'll do wine tours, that kind of thing. And we're happy to be here in Southern California and happy to start serving this community.
Excellent. Oh, wait. Your partner. Got it. Everyone has to introduce themselves.
My name is RJ. I'm his husband. That's pretty normal. Yeah.
Welcome.
I'm in trouble.
Sorry.
I'll try to be less controversial. Christy Peterson, CP 2.0 Studio. I'm a photographer, and I am with Redondo Beach Art Group, which is helping with Dine Around Artesia. And I think there's some flyers going around that.
Resale tickets are up.
Hi, Gary Melenik, Citizen Police Academy, and volunteer here with the NRBBA.
Good morning. My name is Sandy Anma. I am art director of NRBBA.
A little bit about the Art Walk and Dine Around Artesia. I think pre-sales end the 30th, so $35 tickets. And then they go up to $40 after the 30th. So get your tickets. There's only 300.
Good morning, Bill Baird, part of the board for NRBBA, also with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Residential Real Estate. And my best advice to you is if you own property in Southern California, never sell it unless you have to.
My name is Teresa Mitchell, and my day job I do entitlements for land development and utilities, but I'm also one of the organizers for the North Redondo NRB Farmers Market with Jim Mueller's inspiration.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Creona, day job as well. I protect people's dreams, State Farm. I'd like to sound fancy. And then, but my passion project, and I am very involved in my State Farm, but my passion project is I created a leadership program, including community service for junior high. I've been doing it for 14 years, and we are ready to get that out into the world with my content, with my curriculum creator. So, yeah, that visit me. Oh, and I'm Springfest entertainment producer, and then apparently I'm on the board now. Yes.
Well, we'll find out in about 30 minutes.
Okay, bye.
Oh, good morning, everybody. I'm Sam Xavier. I'm a residential realtor with Colwell Baker in Manhattan Beach, and I just moved back to the area from San Pedro, and ironically, I live on Artesia Boulevard.
Yay.
Hey.
Okay, I saw a couple of people sneak in at the end, including our esteemed council member, Scott Barrett, who we're very excited to have today. Thank you very much. Do you have a little city update for us?
Little city update. Well, first, Mickey, thank you for inviting me. Would you like me to come over here a little more? Right here. Okay. Just like that? All right.
There we go.
We're going to get a pic.
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live. Okay. Thank you, Mickey, for having me here and for everything you do for the NRBBA. I'll just take a quick moment, if I could, to introduce. Yes? City update. Start with the all right. Introduction, reintroduction for those who know me and have gotten to know me. My name is Scott Barron. My wife Evelyn and I are 23-year residents of North Redondo Beach. We have 2 children in the Redondo Beach Unified School District. One of the mixed blessings, Mickey, is I'm able to spend time with them in the morning, breakfast, getting them ready, special moments, but on the other hand, I haven't been able to come to many NRBBA meetings.
We have a lot of people that have that same time.
We have it.
Yes.
Today is the last day of school, so I was able to make it. I know everyone. Yeah.
You're deep in budget right now.
We're deep in budget, and before we even get to that, I'm a youth sports coach. I'm an AYSO referee. I'm a former planning commissioner. I'm an attorney by trade as my day job, and I am, as Mickey said, the Redondo Beach City Council member for this district, District 5. A lot of people ask me, what is the driving force of our district and of our city? Like, what is the lifeblood, what keeps it going? We have a lot of housing. We could have a discussion about that, but one thing that we don't have enough of is businesses. Right? Businesses, small businesses, medium, large. That's the driver of the city when it comes to revenues from which we could provide services, with public safety being number one. And let's just take a quick moment to think about that. We're able to sit here today, we feel safe, we are safe, because we have a strong public safety presence. Okay? It's good for our community, it's good for our businesses. That's a long way of saying thank you for what you do in this community, the work you do in business, for people in need and for people who want something and need something new for the community and for their family. All right, update on the city. We are deep in budget. We're deep in budget right now. It's a 4 or 5 week process where the city gets together with all of the leadership of the various departments. We take community input. We decide what does our budget look like? What do we put as the priorities? How do we spend? How do we save? Long story short, it's a tight year. It's a tight year, which comes back to revenues. I think as a lot of us know, what was once the South Bay Galleria and is now transitioning to something new. This used to be the biggest driver of revenues in the entire city. Think about that. The biggest driver of revenues. We're about, I think Mickey said, we're about like at 20% of that from here. So there are other issues happening. The economy's rough. Budget is pretty tight. So we're trying to prioritize public safety, supporting businesses, and beautification and branding of our city to make it a place where people want to come, stay in our hotels, visit our businesses, and the like. We're going to have more information about the budget going forward. That's where we are right now, and that's where we are in the business front. So, all right, thank you.
Well, you will learn very quickly that NRBBA is here to support you and help you bring businesses back to Redondo Beach. So, let's get started.
Nikki. Hi.
Oh, Natasha.
Okay, before you guys get started, I think I'm doing myself. Okay, I'm Natasha Joe. I teach skincare, I design faces, and I really empower women to start their businesses on their own. And Nikki invited me, so thank you. And she's my first customer friend, so everybody say, ooh. So this is her order.
I told her to bring my order to NRBBA.
And I'm also a gift concierge. So I have a couple of Father's Day things that you can just look at, and then I'll pass out my cards, and I become your Mary Kay consultant. So thank you.
I told Natasha this is a place where we all do business with each other, right? I mean, that's the beauty of it. So thank you very much. Okay, thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, so quickly. We are going to first celebrate our people. We are going to have the Business and Volunteer of the Year Awards. Then we'll go over our 5-year strategic plan that we introduced last year. So this is the first year, so we'll talk about the results. And then we'll share ideas, because that's how this all happens, is you are sharing your ideas with us, you're helping us make it happen, we can't do it by ourselves. And we will elect the new NRBBA board. Our fiscal year ends June 30th, so this is kind of our big start to the new year. Our tagline is, together we celebrate our community and fuel the local economy. Okay, a big thank you to South Bay Credit Union. They're our presenting sponsor for everything. They came into our neighborhood in 2017. They became our presenting sponsor for Springfest and for Dine Around about 3 years ago. Robin has been a dynamo, everybody knows that. She is actually on a plane to Israel right now. We're going to keep her in our prayers for a lot of reasons, right? But she has been great at solidifying these sponsorships and creating amazing partnerships, and South Bay Credit Union is the big one. Okay, so Business of the Year. So the Business of the Year will have unwavering community support, reliable and generous partnership. They're our beloved local staple. Excellence in customer service, champions of local engagement, a model of generosity with heart. And let me tell you who it is. Dun-dun-dun. Okay. Now in its second year, NRBBA recognizes a business that not only succeeds commercially, but also strengthens the fabric of our community through generosity, engagement, and a genuine commitment to being a good neighbor. This year's honoree may be relatively new to North Redondo, but in just a short time, they have made a lasting impression. My first memory of meeting this business owner was at a neighborhood block party. New to the area, they could have simply introduced themselves. Nope, instead they showed up with treats to share and a desire to get to know their neighbors. It was a simple gesture, but one that reflected exactly who they are. Since then, whenever NRBBA has needed support for a raffle, fundraiser, promotion, or community event, they have consistently been among the first to raise their hands and ask, how can we help? Their business was built from a simple idea, a passion for creating something people enjoy, and a willingness to serve an overlooked market. What started in a home kitchen has grown into a beloved local business with a loyal following and a reputation for bringing a little extra joy to people's day. Most importantly, they understand that being part of a community means showing up, giving back, and supporting the people around you. It is my honor to announce the 2025-26 North Redondo Beach Business of the Year. Any guesses? Cookie Zombie! Cookie Zombie! Now you have to come up. Come on. You gotta get you on the camera here. Yeah, you gotta get into the Facebook Live world.
Thank you, Mickey. And thank you to Cookie Zombie, Joe, and Natasha. Mickey stated it perfectly. We had a space in North Redondo Beach that for many years was occupied by our dear friend Scott, who's on his phone. For various reasons, Scott left the spot. And what I heard from the community is, what are we going to do? How are we going to fill that spot? You know, folks were saying, let's put a cannabis shop in there next to the park. No. We put a liquor store there. No. What can we put there? And then from, I want to say almost, not a religious person, from heaven, Natasha and Joe dropped in to that space, and it's just been wonderful since. You've completely activated the community. You've activated that space, and it's just been amazingly popular. And we know it didn't start easy. I mean, you were cooking out of your home kitchen for guests. You kept going and going and going, and it's just terrific. And it's incredibly popular. I tried to come by one night when you first opened. I said, "Oh, let's go get a cookie." You know, oh, it's going to be a 25-minute wait because you are so popular in our community. People love it. So thank you for what you've done and what you continue to do. It's a perfect award. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read to you. This is a Redondo Beach City commendation for Cookie Zombie, the NRBBA 2026 Business of the Year. In recognition of your exceptional leadership, innovation, and commitment to excellence, which have made a meaningful and lasting impact on the North Redondo Beach community, we salute you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. We just want to say it's been a really warm and easy welcome. We're very much, community people, and we just love handing out cookies. And we're not really formal. We don't have ceremonial things going on. It only takes 12 minutes, God. So next time you come in, we make them up fresh. It's been a really easy model to explain to people, and kids come by after school and hang out, and it's been really easy to fall into place, and everyone's been so welcoming to be a part of all the events. NRBBA, I think, has done a really great job, and we've just signed up for all the things because all we have to do is show up, and you guys have done the work, and it's been really fun, and we're looking forward to growing in this community and contributing more and more. So thank you to everyone, and if you haven't got a fresh baked cookie yet, we brought some to you, so please enjoy.
would be worth their while to get up early. They didn't believe me. To get a cookie zombie at a 7:45 a.m. meeting is okay, now we have our Volunteer of the Year. The Volunteer of the Year has dedicated time and energy, is positive, has a can-do attitude, is community-focused, reliable and accountable, leads by example, supports NRBBA's mission, and is generous with their skills and expertise. Volunteerism comes in many forms. Sometimes it's serving on a board, helping at an event, or writing a check. Other times it's quietly showing up month after month, year after year, because you believe that small actions can make a big difference. This year's Volunteer of the Year embodies that spirit. 5 years ago, this individual saw an opportunity to improve North Redondo Beach and took action. What began as a simple community effort has grown into a movement that brings together neighbors, students, families, and volunteers dedicated to making our community cleaner, safer, and more connected. Once every month, volunteers have gathered to give their time and energy to a project that has become part of the fabric of North Redondo Beach. Along the way, thousands of volunteer hours have been invested. Countless hours of bending and scooping have taken place, and community pride has flourished. But this person's service extends well beyond that effort. They have served as a neighborhood watch block captain, volunteered with Beach City's health district programs, mentored and inspired students through higher education, and consistently demonstrated a commitment to building stronger communities through service. This year also marks the 5th year anniversary of this community initiative they founded and continue to lead with passion, humility, and perseverance. For 5 years of leadership on the second Saturday of every month, for countless hours of service, and for making North Redondo Beach a better place for all who live, work, and play here, it is my privilege to announce the 25-26 North Redondo Beach Business Association's Volunteer of the Year. Da, 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 da. Anybody guess? Jeff Rowe! Come on,
So she makes it sound really good. We pick up garbage over here on the Greenway as it passes Artesia. It's not glamorous, but we make garbage look good. We do. 5 years. Now we're monthly. It's about bringing neighbors out, keeping things pristine. I hope you know it's relatively clean because it wasn't back in the day. But I encourage you guys to volunteer. You need to give your time. If your community is giving to you, please give your time to the community. You know, unfortunately, the government can't always help us, and they need our help. Let's get out there and help them clean up and make the community better. And I appreciate, and Mickey's been helping me for a couple of years. Thank you very much. So I appreciate her support. But thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Scott's going to read this. I'm not able to read.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Think about 5 years. Used to be more than once a month on Saturday, and you've gotten so much more efficient that you're out there with your group and getting it done. So it means a lot. Not everyone knows this, you hinted upon it. That bikeway, that greenway wasn't always so pretty, shall we say? And that inspired Jeff and a group in our community that has evolved over time to come out and make a difference. And you have, and you've inspired what has now happened on that bike path. We've now extended the bike path, right? All the way up to Inglewood, and we're going to go beyond Inglewood Boulevard. You laid the groundwork for that. We're continuing to fill that out. We're working to do even more work on that bike path because people love it. They feel safe. They take their children. They walk alone at night. You've done a great job. You really have. And people come to this community because of amenities like that. And you know that, and I know we have a lot of realtors in the room. Those home prices have gone up. You thank this man right here afterwards, okay? You're a pillar of our community, and I really appreciate it, Joe.
Appreciate that.
Yes. All right, so on behalf of the city of Redondo Beach, I hereby present you with a commendation to Mr. Jeff Rowe, the NRBBA 2026 Volunteer of the Year. In recognition of your outstanding dedication, generosity, and unwavering support, which have significantly strengthened and enriched the North Redondo Beach community, we salute you. Thank you.
So one thing she didn't mention, I was a big brother in the Big Brother, Big Sister program for 6 years. So if you have any questions about that, come see me. Mentoring our youth.
You too,
I can't find enough things to do.
Right, it means say recycle.
Thank you.
Isn't there cleanup this Saturday?
This Saturday, 9/12.
Yeah, so the good thing is he's on the second Saturday, which usually falls right before the second Thursday. So we can remind everybody that in a couple of days, you can go to the Greenway and pick up trash. And what I do is I pick up trash along Manhattan Beach Boulevard. I put it in a bag and I bring it to him. And I think we've talked about that. Like in our neighborhoods, there's like little pockets of like where the wind just keeps all the trash. We can do that. We can pick up our trash on the second Saturday and bring it to Jeff. He would love that.
I love her.
Okay, and not to brag too much, but NRBBA also got an award this year. And I don't know, Mara, if you were prepared to talk about it? I hope okay. I don't know if you saw NRBBA earned the nonprofit of the year.
Okay, more.
So the 2025 Nonprofit Business of the Year was proudly presented by the Redondo Beach Chamber of Commerce in recognition of their outstanding leadership, community engagement, and unwavering dedication to supporting local businesses and residents alike. Since its founding, the NRBBA has been a driving force in promoting the economic vitality and unique character of Redondo Beach. Through their tireless advocacy, community events, and collaborative partnerships, they have built a strong network of business owners and community members united by a shared vision to make North Redondo Beach a vibrant place to live, work, and thrive. The association has been instrumental in fostering meaningful connections between local businesses and residents through initiatives such as neighborhood beautification projects, community cleanups, networking events, and local celebrations that bring people together. The leadership team continuously works to amplify the voice of small businesses, ensuring they have resources, representation, and visibility needed to succeed. Beyond business advocacy, the NRBBA exemplifies true community spirit. Their dedication to service, collaboration, and civic pride has strengthened the fabric of Redondo Beach, inspiring others to get involved and give back. The North Redondo Beach Chamber of Commerce, very proud to present the Nonprofit Business Association Nonprofit Business of the Year to NRBBA. Thank you.
Thank you, Mara. And I left the plaque and everything up front so everyone can take a peek at that. Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm going to go through this pretty quickly.
I want to know if I can ask Scott a question about the neighborhood.
Sure.
Afterwards or right
afterwards. Actually, it would be better afterwards because we are running really late. And I want to honor that 9 o'clock end time. So anyways, we introduced the strategic plan last year with our mission statement, our vision statement, and then also the tagline, which we use on everything. Together, we celebrate our community and we fuel the local economy. We felt like it was time to have a 5-year strategic plan because there were so many big things happening in the next 5 years. One of the things that just happened this past year was we looked at the Green Line extension, and that is not scheduled to open until 2037. It's scheduled to start construction next year. We'll see what happens. We know the Olympics are coming in 2028. Huge opportunity for our businesses. South Bay Galleria redevelopment, within the next 5 years, I think we'll know something about that, so that's pretty exciting. We need that economic stimulus in the area. The Artesia Public Art Program, which is well underway, that started this past year. And really just future-proofing, making sure that North Redondo has a voice in the city. So just really quickly, who is North Redondo? Well, there's 22,000 people within half a mile of Artesia. So there's a huge population there that can support the businesses on Artesia. The average household income is $145,000. The average age is 41. It's a relatively young community, and it's diverse in terms of the ethnicity, and 70% have a bachelor's degree or higher. So what we did last year when we built the strategic plan is we said, why don't we look at the ACAP, which the city approved in 2020. It's the Artesia and Aviation Area Corridor Plan. Let's look at that and see how we can support the city. So we set 4 goals focused on building an identity for North Redondo, placemaking, educating and engaging the residents, and economic development. So the first thing is building a strong corridor identity. So this past year, we were fortunate with a tough budget last year, this year technically right now, we had the Streetlight Banner Program approved. So the city is providing $54,000 for the banners that are hanging up on Artesia Boulevard, which is a new program. We also pitched a holiday light program, which didn't make it, but we're going to continue to pitch that. We assisted in the public art outreach on the Artesia project, and we used NRBBA's digital platform to highlight all the improvements and things that were happening. So this is a little bit about the banners. I think you probably saw them start going up in December. We had a holiday campaign. Now we have kind of a generic brandy campaign that's up, and you'll see more banners being switched out. And the city is helping to support that effort. NRBBA is working with the local sign printer and installer to make it happen. So you'll see some new designs going up there. This is the winter holiday program. So if you recall, on Artesia Boulevard during the winter, you see the white lights. They put white lights up for the holiday. And we have a vision of making it more of like an ocean seascape and having it look kind of like coral, because that's the way the trees are shaped. So we'll keep pushing that, but we're not pushing it this year. It's about $80,000, but we'll get there. And then our second goal is enhance placemaking and street activation. And this we're really focusing on. We expanded Dine Around Artesia this year. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But also, this is a big focus on the LeBasse project and the public art. And so NRBBA hosted a meeting in August where LeBasse presented to NRBBA and told us all about their plans for the art project. In September, we had a community focus group here. And then we also supported the citywide community outreach. So in December, the city approved the plan to move forward, and they looked at the survey that the 171 respondents replied to, and it's actually easier for me to read here. They said the biggest challenge is a lack of gathering place. The role of public art is beautification and to bring the community together. And the art they most enjoy is murals and functional art. So half of the budget the $450,000 budget is being put into media and art, 2 sculptures. $40,000 is a welcome sign west on Artesia, on the west side of Aviation. $40,000 is a redesign and decorate 5 existing concrete benches, and $80,000 for 2 crosswalk installations. So, this was my idea of functional art, is these kind of like artistic benches. But what it looks like we're going to get right now is the concrete benches that are in place right now will be refaced. So that's something people need to understand, that is how this is being interpreted. And then the crosswalk installations, there was a very lively conversation at City Council about, we don't want to have decorative crosswalks that are made out of paint that will fade. Well, there are a lot of other options, and we have one right next to us in Hermosa Beach that's made out of decorative stones. So next year, 26-27, our goal is to educate and engage the community to respond to the proposal. Make sure everybody knows what's happening. That's really the biggest challenge we have all the time, right? Is that communication is people just don't know. There's so many things going on in our lives. The city will release the RFP to the chosen artists. So March 30th was the deadline for qualifications for artists to be submitted. And the city is looking at that right now, and they actually have a panel with community members to review that. That will be presented to the city probably in July, and then the city will determine who they're going to submit the RFPs, and then we'll see some actual art come through. So now is the time for us to voice our opinions on that. Our third goal is to educate and engage the community. We're ongoing, we continue to increase our subscribers and followers on our digital channels. Chelsea will tell you, Chelsea is our communications chair for the board, and she'll tell you it's not just about followers, it's about engagement. So if you see a post that NRBBA has posted, don't just like it, of course we want you to like it, but make a comment, share it. That's what's really, really going to get the word out. Providing educational and financial opportunities for students, and promoting opportunities to give back. So this is part of goal 3, educate and engage the community, give back. So this year, NRBBA had a team with the Michael Santa Stroll. So this is the best way to build community, is when we all volunteer and have fun together. So I think we'll probably have that again this coming year in December. And then our friendly Officer Smiley Kyle, he's in charge of the blood bank. And if you recall, when he was here speaking in December, he told us he was trying to get 100 pints of blood, and he had never reached that before. So NRBBA rallied. We had a lot of people go in and donate blood, and he hit his goal. So now he's looking at us to get 125, just warning you. But it feels good to give back together. So this was a really exceptional program that Robin put together. And it started with her thinking about ways to continue to engage the students and give them educational opportunities. And the first thing she thought of was, we should have interns for Springfest. There's so many great things that the kids can learn about. They can learn about, they worked on ticket sales, they worked on database management, they worked on volunteer opportunities, they worked on entertainment, managing the stage. So she put together an intern application, and she had interns who applied from 4 different high schools. So it was really cool, because it wasn't just Redondo, it was Miracosta and Lawndale and Bishop Montgomery too. So that was really cool.
It was a really big program.
Mm-hmm.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know how she did it.
Yeah, she doesn't either. Sometimes when you have ideas, you need to stop. But, so what happened was she told Mr. Suhu at Redondo Union High School in the business school, his business class about the internship, and he said, why don't we turn it into a class? So then we got Project Springfest. 175 students were working on Springfest, and their charge was increased revenue and attendance on Thursday, which is typically the day that has the least amount of traffic at Springfest. And they did an amazing job. Here you can see it looks like he's getting scolded, but he's not. Robin's just sharing some ideas. But we had a lot of the volunteers from NRBBA went into the school, and we helped the students think about their great ideas. And then our scholarships. So NRBBA has been giving scholarships to Redondo Union High School students for a long time. Typically, the students live in North Redondo, and they're focusing on some kind of a business education. So this year, Springfest was such a success, and we think a lot of that had to do with, the fact that we did engage all of the students, you know, and because of that, what we said was, when I started giving scholarships, we were giving out like 3 $500 scholarships. And then the board was like, we can't give out a $500 scholarship, we have to give out 1,000. So then we gave out 2 $1,000 scholarships. And now we've built it up to give out 3 $1,000 scholarships. And we said, depending on how Springfest goes, maybe we can give more. So we gave 6 $1,000 scholarships this year. I mean, it was huge. And that's because of Springfest. That's exactly because of Springfest. Then we added a scholarship because Leah was a force to be reckoned with in Project Springfest, and she managed a silent auction all by herself. So she brought money in, she increased revenue with that, and so we felt like we needed to have a special scholarship for that too. So we're really proud of all those students. Okay, so one of the big things that we're going to start doing in the new year is we're going to launch the membership committee and the ambassador program. Come on over here, Ross, our membership chair. Ross, I don't know, I don't think he made the mistake, but he said, I really feel like we need to have a membership committee. And of course you know what happens when you do something like that, right? But that actually was part of our strategic plan, because we need to be able to cultivate all these relationships, and having ambassadors is the best way to do it. So.
All right, I'll be super brief because I know we're running long. As Mickey said, the goal is really to create a members community where it's more than just the monthly meetings where we all get together, but actually, the goal is to all support each other and all thrive together. With that in mind, we've started a redesign of the website. We're going to have a members directory on there going forward. The goal is to really engage everyone here, and as part of that, we're going to start having ambassadors to greet people, especially new members, make you feel welcome, make introductions, and secondarily, I'll be reaching out to people who are actively attending these meetings to learn a little bit more about your businesses, to start profiles for the member directory, and learn how the NRBBA can be supportive to you, your business, and also for residents, what you're looking for out of the NRBBA. So the goal is just increased member engagement and creating a community where we're reaching out to each other more than just once a month or for the big events. I'll get back to you there.
Thank you for stepping up and doing that. That's a big challenge with a volunteer organization, right? You have all these great ideas, and there just aren't enough people to do it. So thank you so much, Ross. That's really important. This coming year, we'll initiate the first North Redondo Beach Awareness Survey, because at the end of the 5 years, we want to see that awareness increase about what's happening in North Redondo Beach. We will publish NRBBA news more regularly. We did get 2 newsletters out last year. If you've ever done a newsletter, it's kind of a monster. We really could use a dedicated person to help us with email. It would be a game changer. We're going to add an ACAP info section to nrbba.org and have regular updates on that. And we're introducing community social pop-ups. We think that'll be super fun. So the first one will take place in September, and it'll be at Paint and Pour. So the way it will work is everybody will pay to do the painting, and she'll give us a discounted price. Paint and Pour is right across the way over here. And then NRBBA will provide wine and some light snacks. But it's just a way for us to all get together and support our local businesses and have a fun time. And Jay Flowers does flower, like bouquet organizing or whatever you call it, arrangements. Yeah. And I think that would be really fun to do. So I think once we start doing this, we're going to find, maybe we'll all end up at the Thirsty Club one night or something like that.
Yes.
Goal 4 is to support and promote economic development and policy updates. So this is where ongoing, NRBBA really has to do a good job between all of our communication channels, making sure people know what's happening, like everything that's happening with the art program. And one example of that, like when we have our city council members have their community meetings, we want to make sure we share that because that's a great way to get updates and it's super easy. City council, you can just turn it on and listen to it. You don't even have to log into anything. It's live on YouTube now, so it's super easy. But this is our Chelsea here at the Metro board meeting when there was kind of a shocking change of events and the Metro voted to have the K line, the former Green Line, go on Hawthorne Boulevard versus the right-of-way is what they call it, which is through Lawndale and people's backyards where the railroad tracks are right now. And there was, a lot of communication with people telling them, like this is where you need to be. There was a bus that actually brought people there. So that's one of our big initiatives is to make sure we tell people what's going on. And honestly, we don't know everything, so you need to tell us too so that we can make sure we can share it. I mentioned this, partnering with District 3, 4, and 5 council members to promote and attend their community meetings. And they're actually getting smart too because they're partnering and having a meeting with, like you and Zane had a whole bunch of different meetings together. Yeah. Do you have one coming up?
Taking the summer off.
Okay, good. And so Dine Around Artesia. I mean, that is a perfect example of economic development. We're putting people right inside the businesses. And I can't even tell you how many times I've heard, I've never been inside that business, but now that I've been in there, I go there all the time. I feel like I hear that about Alhambra all the time. So this past year, what we did was we expanded it. Because the complaint that we had was, there's too much food, and we can't do the whole thing because Artesia Boulevard is so long. So what we did was, we broke it into 2 events, which was great because we could sell 300 tickets one night and 300 tickets another night, so doubling the revenue. We sold out both events. We split Artesia Boulevard at McKay. Then we added art. So now it's an art walk too. And we added non-food businesses. So the chiropractor was involved. And all of the non-food businesses have to have some kind of food. A snack, a cookie, something. And a lot of the non-food businesses also hosted art. So it was a huge success, and we're getting ready to do it again. Sandy mentioned the first one east is Wednesday on July 29th. And the second one west is Thursday. So we tried to do it on different nights because Gary has a commitment on Wednesday night, so we got to make sure you can do it one night. Thursday, August 20th. And early bird pricing goes through the end of the month. We've already sold about 100 tickets, so they're hot. This is a great program that the students with Project Springfest came up with, and it was to tie Springfest into the local businesses. So that's kind of one of the challenges with Springfest, right? It doesn't really do anything to promote local businesses. So what the students came up with was, the the local businesses will have a raffle tickets, and then they'll give those out, and then the people will go to Springfest and deposit them. And so they got 10 businesses to participate, and it was a great, first try at something where we could really get the local businesses to benefit from Springfest too. Of course, we can't do anything without talking about the fabulous NRB Farmers Market. NRBBA is super excited to be one of the founding sponsors, and with that we get a table, and so we have a table once a month at the Farmers Market, and that table is available for our businesses to use to promote their business. So we need to get the word out about that. Cindy Wicks has been doing it with Creative Memories. Sandy did it with Ken Pagliaro Photography. And then we also have a raffle. So we had a raffle with South Bay Hardware. So whoever wins the raffle goes and picks it up at South Bay Hardware. Again, we're trying to figure out ways to put people right into the businesses. And then also a bounce back. So that's something, and bounce back isn't the exact right term for it, but that's something that I've been talking to Teresa about, is how can we get people who are going to the farmers market to then go to the businesses. And Georgia's Lounge actually already has a special. If you go to Georgia's Lounge on Wednesday and say, I was just at the farmers market, you get happy hour pricing all night long. And then you also can try their farmers market cocktail, which is called Sage Advice. In November, you'll have the opportunity to vote on 2 zoning changes that are part of the ACAP. One of them is increasing the FAR, which is floor area ratio. And what that does is that makes it possible for developers to build bigger buildings and taller buildings. So there'll be a height limit, I think it's 3 floors, and then possibly the opportunity of dining on the upper level too, which would be really cool. So that's something that we, NRBBA, is supporting. Get out and vote. Make sure that people vote on that. That'll be a real game changer for North Redondo. We're building a free member directory on the NRBBA website, and we have an economic development task force right within NRBBA because we have so many commercial real estate experts on the side of the landlord, on the side of the tenant, and we want to help the city with marketing and anything that we can do. And we've got a really exciting development happening and opening at the end of this year, or maybe in the fall, is the Friendship Campus. And they've just been very quietly building, and they're getting ready to open. And we are so fortunate in this little zip code to have 2 real powerhouses who are making such a big difference in our community. And so I can't wait to learn more about that, and maybe I'm going to try to see if we can get maybe a sneak peek. Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Board of Director elections. Gary is going to hand out a slate. We have everybody's name on it. If you have any interest in being on the board, you're welcome to put your name there. We'd love to talk to you about that. If you want to write in anybody on the board, you are welcome to do that as well. Gary will pick those up when you're done, and then he will count the votes, and before we're done, he'll let us know what happened.
Yes,
Are there more?
yes.
So I've already turned it.
So, and Sean just reminded me, 2 holes we have on our board is legal, you're a lawyer, or you know a lawyer that wants to be involved in NRBBA, or accounting. We would love to have that, or tax prep. Right. Yeah, that's why we don't have it. Okay. We can't do any of this without you. We need your help. We need your involvement. We're so happy you're at the meeting today. And we want to hear ideas that you have that you can also implement. Would that be helpful? And that's pretty much it. So, oops.
Hey, Mickey.
And Robin. Yeah. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. It's only 9:07. Does anybody have any thoughts or ideas or suggestions or questions or anything?
I have a question. If you have the executive board, is this past board, or is this the new board, or?
That's the entire board slate. The executive board is the president, the vice president, the treasurer, and the secretary.
Okay, so you
and then
volunteer
the people
to be
below
president.
are the board members at large.
So you volunteer to be member, president again? Congratulations. Well, you know, since we have one running in each category, we can just go to the ceremony.
So the idea that I have and am willing to put in the time to help make it happen is that Artesia Boulevard, which already has 9 designated restaurants, Michael's Cafe is one of them, to create a blue zone within Artesia Boulevard. And that space for anyone who's not familiar with the Blue Zones project, it is a health initiative that Redondo Beach, Hermosa Beach, and Manhattan Beach undertook and were designated as an official Blue Zones in 2016. And it was for the promotion and creation of a healthier, happier, long-living community. And I think I know as a 37-year resident of North Redondo Beach, that we definitely deserve it. And I think initiatives like recent creations like Jeff Rowe's, the cleanup of the bike path on the second Saturdays, the farmers market, we're ready for it. We're beyond it. And as I said, we already have 9. I'm a Blue Zones ambassador. I've been volunteering with Beach City's Health District for over 15 years, and we can make this happen.
I'm in.